All right, hello. So for today's task, we are gonna do a gonna learn how to load data into our Power Query editor from our local drive. We'll be uploading different types of files. We have Excel files, CSV, PDF, and a workbook. So workbook and Excel are pretty much the same. The only difference is that the workbook has multiple tabs. Okay. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I have on my desktop, I have this folder called sample. And inside that folder, I have different files here. Let's look at the workbook Excel file. All right, so under workbook, we have different sheets here, January, February, and March. And the idea is we want to load all these three tables into our Power Query. So this workbook, that XLSX, this is a multiple tab Excel sheet, okay? Now, the workbook.pdf is just a PDF file that has some kind of table in it, but it's saved as a PDF. And then this is our details that XLSX. This is again just like a regular Excel file, but we only have one tab. Okay, and then lastly we have the CSV, additional detail that CSV, but this is a CSV file. Okay, so we're gonna load for except for this other one, we were not gonna load this because that's the same as the Excel file. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open a new I'm gonna open a new blank workbook. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna load my data. All right. So we can start by going to data in your ribbon, and you have this under get and transform data. You have queries and connection. You have different ribbons here, and under get and transform, you have actual shortcuts in here. So for today we will use the get data, but I'd like you to look into these little icons here. The first one is from text slash CSV. If you want to load your CSV, you can actually go directly to this one. You can also go from picture, or if you have data from web like Google Sheets and stuff like that, or just table, say for instance, uh, data.gov, where you can grab some data. You can use that as well. And so the most common ones that I use in this channel is that from table slash range. Whenever you already have table that is like if in this area right here, if you already have table, you can use data.range. But for today's purposes, we are going to use this get data. Let's go to launch Power Query Editor. Okay, so as you can see again, this is the Excel file that was clean, and so we are gonna load our data. All right, so we open an editor which is empty, so you don't have any queries, no table. So under Home, you go to New Source, and there's a drop down here, and you can upload different types of files. So under Files, you have Excel workbook, CSV, XML, JSON, PDF, and so on and so forth. You can even upload from a folder. Okay, so this is the one that gonna use, but I'd like to also have an overview of other ways to upload data. Like you can connect your Power Query editor to different databases. Okay, all right, so let's go from file. I'm gonna do the workbook first. So Excel workbook. I'm gonna navigate to my workbook file, which is called workbook.xlsx. I'm gonna go import. Now remember, this is the one with three tabs. So now it's gonna connect, and right away you can see from your Excel file, you will see this three little tables. If you click on that one time, you will see a preview of what's in it. Okay. Now, if you just want to load one table or one query, then by all means highlight that and click OK. But if you want to do multiple ones, then select this, um, uh, enable this select multiple items and load all the queries that you want. Okay. And then click OK. And then on your left navigation bar, you will see the three queries or the tables. It has successfully loaded. And this is where you can do all different types of transformation or cleaning that you want to do. Okay. Also on the right side, you will see all the applied steps for each one of the queries. Okay. We're not going to do any transformation on this because the purpose of the video is just to learn how to load data. Okay, let's say you want to add another query or another table in this editor. So you, again, from home, you can go to new source, go to file, because we want to now load your plain Excel, the one that only has one tab. So I'm gonna go Excel, and then that will be the details that XLSX import. Okay, so just similar thing. The only difference is that you only have one sheet, so I don't have to click this multiple ones. I'm gonna click on that. You will see the preview. It looks right, and you will click OK. And so now you have four queries. The first three are from the workbook. The last one is from the plain Excel. Now, Excel. Now let's go and load up our CSV. So again, go to new, file, text slash CSV. And that's the only CSV from my, of course, you need to always navigate. So for instance, if you're not on this side, right now it's already open because I use this same folder, right? But obviously you need to navigate to wherever your CSV file is located. Click import. Again, you will see a preview. Click OK. And now this is your table that you wanted to upload. All right, lastly, we want to load our PDF file. So again, new source file, PDF, and that's the only PDF. You need to navigate to where that is located. Click import. Now, you know in the PDF we only have one table, right? But why is this two? So let's look at the preview. The first one, you can see there are only two columns, but when we open it, we knew that there were three columns, right? And also the headers here is called column one, column two. Well, this is what is showing. Now let's observe the second one. All right, well, this one is a little bit better because the column headers are right. There are three columns. However, the school column did not really grab the correct data because ID column has sort of like concatenated the ID and the school, but it's closest between the two. So I'm just gonna choose that and click OK. Now with this one, we will do a little bit of cleaning because the column headers are right. So the school, I'm just gonna have to remove this. So highlight that, right click, remove, and then on ID, we wanna separate the numbers or the IDs from the school name. So you can just right click here and then go split column by delimiter. Alternatively, you can highlight from home, there's a split column, and then by delimiter. The delimiter is what character do you want to sep how do you want to separate the ID and the name. Well, we can see that there's a space in between them, so we will use space. If you have other ones, you can choose whatever delimiter that is showing in your data. Depending on your data, you can also customize it. And then I'm going to choose each occurrence of delimiter, so meaning for every space I want to create a different columns for each one instances. I'm going to click OK. And so now the ID and the names are separated. The only thing that I need to do is change the column headers or the column names. So I'm just going to double click on that and change this one to just plain ID. And this one, I would like to make this one school name. Okay, so now we have fully loaded our three types of local sourced data into our Power Query editor. Now, if you want to load this one back as table, you can just go here, close and load too. And you have multiple ways to load them. You can load them as table that you can actually like interact right away. You can also do it only as connection, and you can add them to your data model. But for now, I'm gonna do load them as table. So click OK. And then right away on the left hand corner, you will see all the tables or the queries that was on the Power Query editor. And you just click on each one of them and you will see that they are there. Okay. All right. I hope this helps. I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below.